Smacking, cracking, and watching. Follow me on Twitter. Subscribe. The Orville, Season 1, Episode 6. This episode is called Creel. This episode was so dang on funny. I'm talking about they brought the funny. It was hilarious. There were so many one-liners that my side hurts from laughing so much earlier. Besides all of the practical jokes, Bordis eating wasabi. First of all, my husband ate a clunk of wasabi. Every time we have sushi, this man grabs the whole thing he grabs all the ginger. I'm not joking with you. Then he does the wasabi. His whole face turns bloodshot red, and it's boogers. He just drains from his nose. He thinks it's funny. I think it's funny when it happens. I'm not gonna lie, but it's a mess afterward. I'm just saying. This much wasabi drives me crazy. So for Borders to take the clunk, it hit close to home. Then we had Isaac trying to get some of Alara. What happened next, y'all? All of those dang on rental agencies. Jokes hurts. Oh my goodness. Avis, we try harder. Even down to the wardrobe on this episode. This is how I felt about it. I thought it was really cool. We got to see some new villains in this episode. They look like Michael Jackson and Eddie Murphy Raw and Cleon mixed together. You know, that red outfit. I just loved it. I love the wardrobe, man. The clothing on here was off the chain. The red, the leather. Obviously, even when we're on the Orville, the structure is divided. The higher up, you're in blue. Everybody else is kind of in red or a different shade of bluish purple, you know? Very pretty. It's very cool. It's very nice. It's organized. I like the show. No one can deny the fact that this is a well-shot, great storyline show. They've managed to mix in sci-fi, drama, comedy, 2017 humor, vintage Star Trek, little things that we're familiar with, and create what we know as the Orville. Good job. What did y'all think about that ritual? Freaky, scary, all the above. A human head with the Power Ranger dagger. You know, who had the dagger? Was it Tommy, the Red or the Green Ranger? Sometimes the White Ranger. You know how he had the... Oh, wait, no, that was the Pink Ranger. Did they all have them? I don't know. Anyway. The little ninja daggers. Stab the human head, and then they're talking about that's considered worship. Okay, the trainees were kids, and they had the one child who was just so full of so many questions, and they wanted to know about Earth and humans. And our guys, Ed Mercer, Captain Ed, he has a conscience. He has a heart. That moral compass is on right, and he's able to devise a plan. Early on, it was very cool to have that outer space battle, that galactic battle going on. Our crew was able to outsmart. They were able to outsmart who they needed to. They were able to outsmart them in order to survive. And Ed said, McFarlane said, Mercer out, almost in that Seacrest out, shout out or whatever. I don't know if that was shade or if it was a shout out, but it was funny. Kelly, you know what? Kelly loves Ed. And one day, in one episode in the future, I'm sure there will be back together because she really cared about him when he was leaving, and they were making that joke about the hologram, which played an extremely large role in this episode. Devin and Chris, aka the two knuckleheads from the Orville, these best friends that have made a disguise in order to go onto the crib and infiltrate it and learn what's going on inside of there to help, save lives in the future. It's kind of messed up because Malloy just can't win. His leg situation is like, dude, I wonder if they're going to just mess with him the rest of the season as far as his leg being cut off, stabbed, all these things that keep happening to him. Sucks. For TV purposes, it's funny. So they used the concept of this particular type of folks can't be around sunlight, and we're just gonna amp it all up until they're gone. It was a good episode, man, and to find out at the end, they left you with the Ed tried his best to prevent these kids from being hurt, killed, sparing their lives and trying to help them have a great future. Their survivor and teacher says, you just basically built a slew of enemies that are going to grow up to hate you. That sucked. And what do you do? Is catch-22, right? He tried. You got to give him that. He really tries. Anyway, until the next time. Peace. Good show.